And we're live. This time on the right channel. Sorry about that, everybody. Alright, welcome to Learning Vectoring Together number 30. We already got somebody coming in, but let me go ahead and introduce everyone that's here and all that jazz. I am your host, La Picfare. This time with my face showing, because I decided we're going to start showing my face now. Don't know why, but we are. With me I have my two mods, my designated Nova.
What up, hatchlings?
She's the little baby dragon you see above me. And then I have a designated Borgsy.
Hello there, everybody, and I'm gonna assimilate all of you.
And our guest with me tonight is Solar.
Go in with a bang and hold up a smile.
Cat.
Hello, everybody.
And Kinson.
We're all masters. What kind are you?
And the music in the background is actually not Point of Alive, but Stevie Universe's soundtrack. So it's going to be the instrumental playlist that I found. It's pretty nice. Pretty chill. And you guys may be wondering what the new donation goal is for. The new donation goal is towards a desktop monitor for an investment for my desktop computer. Last time we raised money for the keyboard, which was about 20 bucks. And we raised money for it, and now we're raising money for the monitor, which is going to be about 93 bucks. So we're slowly climbing up there as we get all the parts for this new computer that I'm investing in. Let's go ahead and check the chat real quick. We already got two people. One of them are being our guest, and the other one being Wesley. Hey, Wesley. For those of you wondering what we're working on a Kingdom Hearts Crusader print. This is where we left off last time. This is the pose that we're thinking about doing, but we're not really sure, well, I'm not really sure, how to do the Scootaloo pose, because I want her to be stepping away from the scooter, like she just parked or she just stopped, and like looking towards the back. So I'm not really sure how to draw that exactly. But you know what? I think there's two Kingdom Hearts Crusaders prints I wanted to make, and I think I'll make one of them today. And it will not be this one. It will be the other one I wanted to work on, which you're gonna see in a minute. So you guys go ahead and chat while I do a sketch.
Of silence.
That song only means one thing.
We're reenacting the movie Quiet Place.
I don't know why we're so quiet. I just kind of froze.
Batman.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Riku, go back to the darkness.
I've come to talk with you again.
That's very clear in my ears.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Are you excited? Let's go.
I think this is the quietest I've been all day.
Don't be shy, you guys. Let's talk about whatever.
Well, here's somewhere I can talk about. I don't feel so good.
Aww. Sorry to hear that.
What is it?
You said you didn't feel so good.
No.
I was just waiting for someone to get to pain when
Oh,
realizing
you're making that. You're making that reference. You're making that meme reference. I just fell for that like it was nothing. You're making. Oh man, I feel
No.
smart.
It
I
makes
only
you feel better,
want to.
that reference. It makes you feel better, that reference, but so far over my head that I didn't even realize it was a reference.
There's only one thing I can really say to the person who made that reference. You're dead to me.
Oh, dudes, I forgot to advertise the stream. Let me advertise the stream real quick.
Oh,
That's
thank
prob-
God I got more saplings.
Alright.
100%. Like Detroit, smash.
So what has everybody been doing this fine Wednesday?
Playing Minecraft.
Oh,
I was playing a fan game, Pokemon Phoenix Rising.
is that what I think that is?
What's the difference?
I'm thinking it's a Pokemon mixed with Phoenix Wright. But then I realized
That's actually
Phoenix
something I
is
want
an
to see.
actual
I
thing.
want to see Pokemon Phoenix Wright.
Objection!
Pikachu used objection. Objection was denied.
Pikachu uses objection, Arceus uses objection overruled.
I want to see Ace defend Team Rocket.
Oh, you know what? I'm on your side on that one.
But what makes you think we stole Pikachu? And Ash goes, "It's always you." And that's all the evidence you get.
Like, it's always Team Rocket. Who else would it have been?
No.
Team Magma.
Cassidy and which?
Team Galactic. Every team, whoever steals Pokemon, and like every time.
I think all the other evil teams want something different. Like
Just not
Galactic
Team
wants-
Yeah, but they take Pokemon anyway, so
Galactic
it still counts.
Galactic wants control of time and space, and Plasma wants the free Pokemon. And
Didn't Team Aqua just want
Yeah,
to
but
flood
they
the
still
world?
take Pokemon. Yeah, they did. It's like back to the water with us, and then yep.
Never understood the point of that. Oh, sure,
Like, you fool!
kill
Like, you
everybody,
fool!
including
You're
myself.
killing us all!
I thought N and Team Plasma made a good point about freeing Pokemon, but they're going against it by having Pokemon to battle.
And taking others' Pokemon to free them. That's still
Ah,
taking.
not
They can't-
Twitch, I meant
they're-
Twitter.
They should have called themselves Team Hypocrite.
It's about them. It's about
Team
us.
hypocrites. Huh. Man, maybe they should just call themselves a government.
Huh.
If they're so hypocritical, they just sound like a regular government.
Team FBI.
Alright, advertisement complete.
No, even better. Team Trump.
No.
Oh, Blade Dance is in the chat. Hey, Blade Dance.
Oh yeah, we're getting Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
So what is Pokemon Let's Go? I just found out about that today, and I don't know what that
Yeah,
It's a similar version to Pokemon Go from what they're going for.
you can play
is. Past, though.
you can play a normal red blue Pokemon game, except you can connect your Pokemon Go to it, and
Oh.
you can also
You did it has Wordplay did a thing in gaming and has a trailer, and apparently you can have a friend to join you, so you can both run around and fight 2-on-1. So if you're versus a trainer, your friend can help you attack the trainer with their Pokemon.
That's like saying, "Hey, 2 against 1 ain't fair." Well, too bad.
Like you can double catch a Pokemon, I think. I'm going, who gets
You catch it together from what it shows.
and who gets the Pokemon?
I guess whoever you joined.
So now you can,
That's a pretty interesting schematic that they add, because like instead of one character in the Pokemon game traveling by themselves, you can have a friend travel along with you.
and they also have a device that's like a Pokemon Go Plus and a Pokewalker roll into one.
So, just a glorified version of Pokemon Go with co-op mode.
Why not?
And
It's
then
a weird mishmash of things.
Okay, just tell me when the reports come in of when someone walks off of a cliff again and kills himself.
Oh, they're
for
gonna do
playing
that with or
Pokemon.
without Pokemon. Let's go.
I just love how you just put that
Yeah,
together.
I'm
They're
They're
pretty
gonna
sure
do
you
that
need
with
to
or without
switch to
Pokemon. Let's go.
Pokemon.
I still have Ultrasun somewhere. So play that.
I'm playing Ultra Sun right now.
Oh, I have Ultra Moon. I don't know why.
That's a good point. When you think about it, it's Pokemon Let's Go. So let's go. Let's walk off a cliff to catch a
How
Pokemon.
many times do you say let's go over?
I just
And when you
realized-
get to heaven and God asks you how you died, just simply told him an app said "Let's go."
So far,
I wanted
even
to
as a
say I did a
Pokemon
really
fan,
cool thing in a car. You
I'm
could've been.
finding it pretty hard to keep up.
It's a really good thing in a car. That's how I got here.
I played chicken and I won.
I played Chicken and I won. Lol.
I think that's from something. I can't remember.
So the one thing I need personally less of is less addictive apps on the app stores for motorists.
Yeah, that too. I was telling my friend about something, and he goes, "I'm thinking about getting a Camaro," and I was like, "Dude, yeah." He goes, "Do they come in automatic? I can't text when I shift to manual." I was like, "You no."
Goodness.
I will slap the phone out of your hands.
Did he seriously say that?
Yes, he seriously said that.
Oh my god.
Okay, tell him this. Tell him that a friend of yours, if you ever caught him in a Camaro texting on an automatic, I would smash his mirrors off while on a motorbike.
No savage.
I play a game, and it's if I see somebody texting at a car at a stoplight, I honk my horn, and see if I could get them to throw their phone across the car.
Oh my gosh.
Or I remember this last year, back when Pokemon Go was still pretty popular. Someone decided to, on a stoplight, put their car in park, run over to the church, click a Pokestop, and run back in.
I worked construction when Pokemon Go came out, and I remember almost every single construction worker had Pokemon Go,
Oh gosh.
and like that's even including the guys who were like 60 years old.
Huh?
And it was really funny because like, so it'd be like, "Huh, I'm on break. I'm gonna go catch the Bellsprout over by the lumber," and you'd see him like right next to a giant thing of like the manliest image ever, and he's sitting there like catching a Bellsprout.
Speaking of which, I was just out playing Pokemon Go today. I actually caught the Alolan, the Alolan three-headed Pokemon tree thing.
Executor.
Yep.
Is that the one that's a
The
dragon?
palm tree. Caught
Yes.
the palm tree.
Oh, what
How
is
is that a
this?
dragon and Charizard's not?
Sorry, that was like right in my face. Sorry.
I don't know, one of these things I gotta get back into Pokemon Go. Just
The buddy Pokemon I got with me for right now was Dragonite.
See, I joined the day that the thing came out, and I picked the yellow team. And so I was like, "Huh, I like this symbol. I'll be the yellow team." And then, like the next week, they were like, "Yellow team sucks. Why'd you pick
Actually-
yellow team?" It's like, "I'm sorry, I was the fourth person to join."
yeah, I chose Instinct too. Mainly because I knew everyone was gonna pick the other two teams.
I'm Team Mystic. I was gonna go for Instinct or
Yeah.
Valor.
Or if
I'm a Mystic.
if Team
I like Articuno a lot.
if Team Harmony really existed, I would join that because I have a shirt for it.
I would be Team Go Fuck Yourself.
Team Harmony is like Lugia.
Nice.
I do remember though, I had a very slow day on the construction job, and I had a Sharpie, so I drew the Instinct logo on my hard hat
Oh my
in
god.
permanent marker, and then immediately got the news that Instinct is just a big joke, and I was like, oh. And I wore that with pride, and I would have people run up, so it was downtown. I had people run up and be like, "Yeah, Instinct. Nobody else takes it seriously."
I just be a casual
was
guy
like
just
the
walking
cinnamon
down.
rolls go to Instinct is what I always thought. The precious cinnamon
Just a
rolls.
casual person just going down, and you're going like, I don't care what team I'm in, I'm just gonna be grateful and just smile and wave, boys.
I remember I was on break, and the building that I had no walls, so if you were standing in it, you could see just outside. Like, if you really wanted to, you could jump off, but I don't think you'd want to. But I was on like the 7th floor, and there was a convention in the next building over, where people like on the balcony, and they were all wearing Instinct stuff, and I was like, "Woo!" Because it was like this anime con thing. I was like, "I'm Instinct too!" It was over like 50 feet.
You call across the way.
I called across the breezeway from the construction yard.
Just y'all saying I'm Instinct too.
My people.
No, that's the whole point for it. Like, I would not have done that had they not looked right at me. It was one of those things, just like, they're looking at me. What do I do? Quick, make a fool out of yourself. That is, yeah. If you want me to do anything, just ask me.
Counting shot.
No, why do I feel like the odd one out? Because I'm the person here who doesn't like Pokemon.
No, I'm with you there.
No, as in, I quite literally don't like it. I grew out of Pokemon. I
Nope.
grew up, kids.
I did too.
Says the
Oh,
brony.
yes, you do.
Yeah.
Says the
I
brony.
grew up, kids.
Hey,
Excuse
hey.
you.
Hey. I at least helped found the brony community.
Hey.
He's, well, yeah.
So, hush you, child.
What's there to hush about?
Hey, I enjoy Pokemon.
But yeah,
Pokemon isn't really that childish, to be honest.
Child, what are you doing?
Speaking of children, there
I
goes
said, I
Nova's
like Pokemon.
niece.
She's like, me too. And I'm like, oh. And then she got up. And I'm like, oh.
but no,
I like Pokemon.
I think the last Pokemon game I bought was Emerald.
I like Emerald.
Yeah, I know. I like that one too.
They remake the Sapphire and Ruby games of Pokemon, and just the frickin' Mega Evolution scene for Rayquaza. You get to ride a frickin' dragon.
I don't
That
know
is the-
why Flygon didn't get a freaking.
See, I remember playing Pokemon Silver on my color, and then freaking out when my friend had yellow and Pikachu followed you. I was like, whoa, Pikachu's following you. He's like, yeah, I know, right? And he was like the popular kid at school because his Pikachu followed him.
Oh.
There we go.
I tried a little bit of like
Pokemon, the game that I no longer wish to play.
I tried a little bit of Hey Pikachu.
However, if you give me Halo, I'll play that.
I play more adult
Kids play Halo, you know.
taxes and other various tasks.
Taxes, the greatest single player game.
Yeah, if you lose, you go to jail.
Yes.
Taxes, the video game. Ha! Please, I don't need to worry about that. It's all done for me.
Wait, this is not how the arm would look like, would it?
Well,
I'm not sure how the arm would look.
May God save our lovely queen, because
There
thank
you
you,
go.
Britain, for having a smart bank system to where your taxes are done automatically for you in the background.
Yeah,
See, I like how American
Pony's
taxes
front
are like,
legs
this
are
is how much you
kind of
would have earned.
multi-jointed.
This is how much you earned. You're like, thank you for telling me this. I would have been better off if you just been like, this is how much you earned. I do not understand the point of that. Like, you would have earned $30,000, but we took most of that, so here's $1. It's like, if you had just given me $1, you would have made my day, but now I'm sad.
Are you ready for a battle? Who are you gonna choose?
I'm gonna choose
Yeah,
Black Winter.
that's the weird, bizarre thing about American taxes is that you don't really get much of that taxes back. Yet
We
here in the
do.
UK,
It just depends on what you do.
well, here in the UK, it doesn't matter what you do at all. You get your taxes back if it's underneath a certain threshold.
Yeah, that's very similar how they are here. Like, I don't have any dependents under me. I live on my own. I support myself, and all I do, like, I don't have to pay any property tax or anything like that. And so they're just like, "Oh, we took money from you thinking that we needed to. Here's $300." It's like, okay, cool.
See, because of the type of it's not a credit card. Because of the type of debit card I have, my bank can't take money from my account without giving me instantaneous interest. Quite literally, if the bank uses my money, I get money for it.
Yeah, that's how banks work.
And it's not, a month or two later. It's right away. Because otherwise they owe me more money. Yeah, it's funny.
Welcome to this episode of Pick Fairy Livestream. We're going to talk about taxes.
Welcome to
We're gonna talk about grown-up stuff.
We're talking about banks.
Since we're all the
No,
same,
no, we
I
can't do
just
that.
follow
We're
Will and I
fully
mow my
jaded
lawn.
grown-ups watching cartoons.
If only car games and motorcycles were real. Nope.
But then
Get
the
arrested on the spot.
I
the car just like fly right off the board.
Wait, what
Okay,
about motorcycles?
Yeah, who said motorcycles weren't real?
No, car games on motorcycles. Ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh?
Pretty sure the Yu-Gi-Oh,
Oh,
the Yu-Gi-Oh, when they did the bikes, even though in the real world people wouldn't crash into things because they're unfocused on the road.
Do that in the real
5Ds.
Well, I mean, there is a motorbike you can now do that with. It's just the fact that, when that was a thing, that would be impossible because the motorbike would literally fall down because your bike would slow down because you're not constantly accelerating. But there is a new
Put your
motorbike.
foot on the accelerator.
No, apparently,
Put it on the
Foot on the accelerator.
I mean, like, put your hands on your head and lean back and put your feet on the handlebars.
But it doesn't work like that. You'd still lose speed. The accelerator is obviously what your hand control, and you have to constantly rev.
Yeah, you just don't wear shoes. Just grab a hold of it with the toe.
Yeah, have luck trying to do that, considering you have to have a hand grip, not slight
Don't get
push.
me started on the clutch.
Yeah, oh, you change gear. Yeah, you kind of fuck.
Wait, the clutch is the metal bar in front of that throttle. You're gonna have to like.
It's like you'll need a what's it called, a def switch.
I have the pinky toe of a sloth.
No, yeah, you'll need a kill switch.
Pinky toe.
It is.
They have one really big toe.
But yeah, for the most part, like there's this Harley Davidson cruiser that you can buy, which has cruise control. It's a cruiser with cruise control.
I feel like
It's all about that cruise control.
I feel like cruise control on a motorbike is not a good idea.
No, not really.
Well, actually, no. It actually is a pretty cool idea. Like, if you're on the motorway and you're doing 70 and there's no traffic, you can just literally lean back and you don't need to steer because the steering will lock and keep you on track because there's
I'd be
specialized.
the guy who'd fall off and the motorcycle would be like,
It's like you'd fall off and your motorbike just be driving away. That's it.
It's like falling off of a boat without one of those tags.
But yeah, essentially it's like it's a really advanced type of cruise control that's not like on your car. It like helps stabilizes your steering with
That
some
is
like
actually really cool. It's got a
like
TAS system.
some gyroscopic thing or some crap like that. Think of autopilot. It's a motorbike with autopilot. Now, admittedly, that sounds pretty cool, because after all, you can just lean back on the bike and let the bike just, drive itself. I mean,
Does anyone get what I'm drawing so far? Like, besides knowing that it's CMC, what else do you notice?
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Yep. That's the theme. I haven't seen anyone else do it with the CMC before, so I'm doing it. I mean,
my
it's
God.
so perfect. There's 3 of them. There's those 3 no evils. You know.
Yeah.
1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 1.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, excuse me.
But yeah, if I also remember correctly though, this motorcycle has a keyless ignition as well.
On cars that works. I'm not so sure about on motorcycles.
Actually,
Drop a key in a car, it goes onto the seat. If you drop a key on a motorcycle, it goes onto the road.
But the way it works is the way.
Yeah.
No.
Pony's ears is on the top of their head.
Oh, I'm gonna have the ears pulled down.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting.
And she's putting them on the folded down ears.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's very bizarre. But the way it works is something to like it has a sensor within the key, and when it's close to the bike, it works. But the moment it gets away, even if you're riding the bike, it will kill the engine.
That's
So-
nice, because on cars it doesn't kill the engine.
So, say if someone just stole your motorbike while you're on it because they're trying to bike jack you, the moment they get far away, the bike will just cut out.
'Cause can you imagine? Like, I do this a lot at work. The customer will hand me their keys. Or sorry, they'll give me like the car, and I'll go okay, and I take the car around, and then as I'm driving around, the dash starts lighting up. The key is still with the customer, and so I get it back to the area where I work on the car, and I can't do anything with the car because it's now locked me out of it, and I have to go and find the customer. They're like, oh, I forgot to give you the key. Should I give you the key? And I was like, no, I'll just look at the car.
I actually plan on building a motorbike.
You should make it with a jet engine. Go to
But-
the moon.
But the
Go
thing
look
is
at it.
this, is I'm doing something super stupid. I'm converting a pedal bike to be a motorbike.
I have seen that, and I have ridden one. That is not stupid. It is genius.
But it's not your conventional pedal bike. In fact, it's a vintage Swinge Stingray, which looks like an outright chopper, because it is literally a chopper made to be a pedal bike. So it has plenty of room to fit a massive engine.
They came alive. Back at ya. He came alive. Back at ya.
I mean, the thing is this. Why am I putting an engine on a pedal bike? Because this bike literally needs it. I physically can't use it because I can't go up hills. I live in the fucking UK. The bike's an American bike. It doesn't work in the UK too well. It's like,
the
we don't...
steering wheel on the wrong side.
Well, no, it's a motorbike. Steering wheels are on the same side no matter where you are in America or Britain.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's in the city.
But no. The problem is this. Here in the UK, we have a lot of hills and a lot of gradients.
I would not have guessed that. Not gonna lie.
Over there in the USA, you've mostly got flats.
No, not in the East Coast. Not in the
Well,
East
yeah,
Coast.
in the East Coast you get a bit more hilly, but still
No,
for the most...
I have.
No, Tennessee
walked
is
out
pretty
into the-
hilly and mountainous.
I got bored one day.
But-
Made a
well,
harness.
but when
walked
I-
out into
but
the
the
middle of
thing
the
is
woods
this.
and climbed a mountain that was 500 feet.
You gotta
tall.
realize, I'm not referring to the terrain, I'm referring to the roads. For the most
No.
part, they're built flat.
The older
Depending on where you
cities
are.
weren't built in a square because they didn't think.
Well, yeah, they were built like they're over here in Europe, where they're built properly, not built in a square.
They're built like following the rivers and stuff. And in Tennessee, the river. Oh my gosh, the Tennessee River.
After all, over here in the UK, you'll find exactly how it is with some of the older places where it doesn't use a squared system, which literally doesn't really work.
Okay, later.
It
So,
works. It's just boring.
No, it really doesn't work.
Huh?
Other than it gives you very comedic effects when you're like flying above because it looks like a cartoon.
Hang on,
America
guys.
looks
Kinsey
like a
was trying to
cartoon
say
in the sky.
something.
no, just Solarium says he's.
Solon says he's dropping out, and thanks for having him.
Oh, okay.
No.
See you later,
See ya,
Solar.
Slow.
See ya.
But yeah, anyway, if you're on a plane going to America from anywhere, or just flying over America and looking down, it looks like a cartoon.
It does. It does. They have these big machines that water the fields and stuff, and
In a
they go in a
circle.
big circle, and so you just see random. So it looks like digitized camo.
Like it's super inefficient to do that though.
You can pack a ton of people in an area doing that. That's its advantage.
Like the advantage of having a square block system, yeah, you can easily build houses. But when it comes to farms, farmers just become lazy and build massive automatic circular systems to build in a circle.
When they build their house and the storage stuff and the parts that aren't watered.
Yeah.
I would have watered my house on Tuesday.
But here in the UK, have luck trying to find that type of a system because it really doesn't work. And Wordplay would like
It
to join.
results in really boring road trips once you get out west. I had to drive from Nevada to like the southeast of Arizona, and it was a straight road. I think we turned twice, and it's like a 500-mile drive. It was flat, straight, and we turned twice in 500 miles. It was boring.
By the way, there's also another side advantage of living
Excuse
in
me.
the UK.
Alright, can someone tell Wordplay he can join?
Okay. Nope, Nova's doing it.
So what is the advantage?
Everything is close together.
That is nice. That is something that I like.
But versus
Hello.
America, where everything is like 2 hours away by car.
Greetings, Wordplay.
Ooh, I gotta turn up.
Let me go ahead and add your picture. I think you actually have a picture now, if I remember right.
Yes, I do. Thankfully.
See, we're in the.
I think
in
I
the
still
sou-
have it.
In the southeast, everything is very far away.
I can give it to you again if you don't have it.
Remind me what it looks like.
It's like a dragon-looking sort of creature. Glasses, brown hair, red undershirts, and black hoodie. I can just like post it real quick.
Yeah, post it in live stream. I don't think I have it. Because I'm not looking. I'm not finding it. Post it in live stream.
Adam.
But yeah, I think that's the only thing that I'm probably gonna get slightly frustrated with Pickfair when I come and visit you.
About what, dear?
That nothing is super close.
In Nashville, things are pretty close.
Oh God!
Nashville's pretty close.
Yeah.
Alright, wordplay, you are added to the picture.
Because you gotta remember, like here in the UK, like literally everything's in walking distance. Quite literally.
We're like 20 minutes away from, or not even 20 minutes. We're like 5-minute drive to Publix and Kroger and the Walgreens.
I've got a little community in the middle of nowhere where everything that you need is in walking distance, but everything that is entertaining whatsoever you have to drive to go to.
Well, okay, if it comes to entertaining wise, for me, I have to catch a train for that.
See, I don't live near any place that has trains that you're allowed to ride. I don't like that because I like trains somewhat.
I like trains.
Oh man.
Walked right into that one.
Yeah, walked right into the train. That was what that was. Hello, Mine Turtle. Hello. I love that.
Dude, yes, the Mind Turtle was so cute. Hello.
It's too bad that every time it says hello, it must die.
Look, Mom, a Mine Turtle.
You must die.
You must die.
Not today.
Oh, look out, honey! The dog's got a knife.
So here
What?
comes
No,
the
no,
plane.
Girl, look at these legs. These are some good
I'm a
legs.
muffin. Will you eat me?
Eesh.
I wanna die.
You know what's funny is that the muffin is actually voiced by if anybody remembers Bravest Warriors, voiced by Catbug from that series.
Dude, that kid is like one of my heroes because I was like, dude, that's a really good voice actor whoever's doing that. I was like, oh no, that is an actual 4-year-old boy. And I was like, dude, give him like all the candle.
Yes.
He does a lot of lines better than I could do on his first try.
Yeah, surprisingly, the kid has gotten into like a lot of stuff. Like after doing Catbug, he was in the new Charlie Brown movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was the one kid who couldn't fly his kite.
I haven't seen the new Charlie Brown movie because it just never piqued my interest.
Think people still like him when he grows up.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, he's talented. Because Bravest Warriors was like, he's like 7 now.
Also, Nick, I really like that you're doing see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil.
Oh, I thought it was taste no evil.
Slicks a person. Oh, yeah, they're evil.
Fucking god.
That might be the dumbest thing I've said.
The fuck, man? Seriously, I thought it was taste.
I think I.
Congratulations, you broke my girlfriend.
Taste no evil. It's like if someone made chocolate chip cookies, but they put raisins, so you're like, no.
I can imagine like good people taste like Skittles, and then bad people taste like black licorice.
Okay, licorice is good, right?
Licorice, black licorice.
It's Marmite without anything else. It's just a spoon.
Oh,
Red
shit.
licorice. Red licorice is fantastic.
Have you seen the Tomska Marmite video? It's like, Steve, I'm giving you a promotion. Marmite. Never mind, you're fired.
Oh my goodness.
Look out!
That was hilarious.
Hey, you got a license for that? You'll never take me alive. Dude.
Hey, Johnny, play that one about falling downstairs. Shut thing, Johnny. I love it. That was my
sounds
favorite one.
that
Jimmy,
sounds
take
like
out the
something I would
dog.
do.
Yes, mother.
For a walk, Jimmy.
And now the funniest thing I've ever seen from really far away.
I just want to stay friends. Mother.
So something I started to do because I got into the bad habit of not being able to yell.
Would you
correctly.
like to see a magic trick?
Guys, try not to talk over each other, okay? He was talking first.
I got into the bad habit of just like, because I hadn't screamed too much while doing voice acting stuff. And this one that I'm doing, I have to scream for a couple of lines, and I just lost the ability to be like, scream this loud, and then scream that loud. It's usually, they're like, scream at a 5 out of 10, and I'll just do an 11. And so I needed a way to warm up. So now anytime somebody sneezes, I say bless you as loud as their sneeze was. And it is now my new game that I play. Because
Nice.
it is really funny. Because when somebody does a real tiny sneeze and I just walk up and I go, bless you. It's creepy. But when somebody sneezes really loud and I scream at the top of my lungs, everybody around me just goes, the hell?
It's like, the fuck, dude?
No, it really is the
It's like, the fuck's your problem, man?
As you have to.
So which one? Which one is that?
Stay back, demon!
I think
No,
Sweetie Belle should be the Speak No Evil, because she
Yeah.
sings. So I was gonna do Sweetie Belle as the Speak No Evil, and Apple Bloom is Hear No Evil, and Scootaloo is See No Evil. That's what I was gonna do.
I think you're right.
Well, as after all, everyone knows chickens can't fly.
Dude,
Have you
I
seen
just thought of
Chicken Run?
something.
What?
What if I finish this and it actually gets featured on Equestria Daily?
That actually would be a good idea.
Sure.
Wait, do it what?
I said, what if I finish this and it actually gets on Equestria Daily?
Ooh.
Because it's
Sure.
my first MLP print, so it might be professional enough and look cool enough to be on Equestria Daily. So it might be just right. Who knows?
For somebody who is not a brony, what is Equestrian Daily?
Equestria Daily is this website full of people who run it that are a bunch of assholes somewhat at times.
They're not assholes.
So life.
Yeah, actually, the people that run Equestria Daily can be somewhat of dicks at times.
And what makes you say that?
Lots of things.
Surprise, I work for the no. I don't know.
Are you an undercover agent for Equestria Daily?
Yeah, that is what's on my badge.
You're enforcing
My dad doesn't know what I do.
quality control.
Nah, basically, Pick Furry, when it comes to Equestria Daily, have I ever made it onto it? The answer is yes, I actually have with one of my pictures that I've taken. Is Equestria Daily a good platform to try aim to get work on? Yes and no. Like, when Equestria Daily first came out, it was awesome. But as it's come on over the years, it has somewhat gotten worse. And it's somewhat sad because it used to be really, really good. But with how the staff is in that, it's just mildly become, like, slightly corrupted.
Is it just like, oh, somebody drew something?
Do they ever notify you when your submission gets accepted?
Like, seriously, like, put it like this. The staff
Hang on.
are very super strict now.
Borgs is
Yeah.
trying to finish what he was
Yeah.
saying.
And with how it all is, like, Equestria Daily was a really great site, but it's just, like, trying to get anything on it, unless if you basically got people of notable names, and hang on one moment. Minecraft music was Minecraft music,
Oh,
but
I
yeah.
thought you were just gonna be like me. You're like,
What?
oh, okay.
No, it's that that my Minecraft was loading this mod pack, which is Craft, which is this is the name of this mod pack, Craft to the Future. And it's got a minecart with sledges on it being the DeLorean. It's so funny.
I've got the laser disc of that sitting in front of me right now, and I know exactly what it looks like.
It's freaking hard. But anyway, where was I?
I'm just picturing that with Steve.
I forgot where I was.
Oh, it's.
You were saying that the Equestria Daily staff are corrupt, but I don't believe you.
Well, yeah, some of them actually are. Like, some of them are somewhat biased, and unless you have relatively big or popular names inside of some of your posts, at times you have a very hard chance of getting anything on Equestria Daily nowadays.
Is it being like
Semi-biased?
Is it being like being biased, or is it being brand protective? Because there's a big
Bias.
difference there. Okay. Because like when you work with a brand and people are like, "Can I join you?" It's like, no.
Equestria Daily is not a brand; it is a site ran by bronies. However, some of the original staff are no longer a part of it, and there are obviously these other people who are staff, and obviously more people got onto it. But unfortunately, it's become such a weird, wonky way of how it's run. With some of the people that are fully in charge, it's essentially just become that one place that is still
And
alive, and you
crash.
can get pretty cool
I
projects.
don't remember when I last saved.
And you can get and you can get
Please tell me I saved after the legs.
And you can get pretty cool projects
You get a
on there.
recovery file, don't you?
Just unfortunately, it can be a little bit
Please
biased.
tell me. No! It didn't save the beautiful legs!
You get a recovery file.
No, I don't.
Man, that's stupid.
And this, folks, is why you always save.
Actually, I haven't saved once on this entire thing I've been working on.
I have to redo that all over again.
Believe me, I simply have one word to say. What's saving? I don't normally do it.
Right? Yeah. I don't think anybody really saves anymore. I don't know why.
I mean, I don't normally have to save my work because I normally get it done before I even need to do an actual save, because for the most part, my computer doesn't crash on programs. The only program that I know to sometimes crash is Adobe Flash, and that's just because
that might as well be the tagline. By Adobe, it crashes.
No, see, I still have CS6, or I still have CS6 Flash, but see, on Windows 7 it's fine, on Windows 8 it's fine, on Windows 8.1 it's fine, on Windows 10 it's fine until you break it.
Well, I mean, most things are.
No, I literally broke Windows 10 to the point where the Windows Store is completely gone. I broke pretty much every single Windows app, and my Windows 10 doesn't even properly update at all.
Hey, Dark. He says big.
Wow, that's some spawn. Okay,
Yeah.
so I spawned with a book, a redstone sword, a diamond paxel, barbecue potato chips, and 10 torches.
Potato what?
Potato chips.
Barbecue favorites? Are they actually like chips that are made out of Barbie dolls?
Okay, that's really loud.
Oh! Diz took a screenshot of the legs I drew and screenshotted them. Sweet.
Awesome.
I will save this screenshot and trace over it.
I'm not gonna lie, I would much rather lose a drawing than, like, I do a lot of stuff where I have to work and make synthesizer stuff, and you get like almost done making a synthesizer.
Sorry.
Crashes.
Can you
You
speak
have
up?
to remember what a sound sounds like.
Can you speak up a little bit? It's hard to hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized that I wasn't facing my microphone.
Alright, continue.
Oh, I was just saying, like when you're working on synthesizers and stuff, and you lose the synthesizer, you have to remember what the sound sounds like in order to redo it, and that is not easy.
You know, this is somewhat of a stupid ordeal, but man, this spawn point is relatively OP for me.
What are you playing?
Minecraft.
Oh.
And I'm playing this mod pack, which is a Back to the Future mod pack, and suffice it to say, some of this stuff on here is very interesting. Like, for example, oh hey ho, it's got those doors.
Okay, this arm that I just sketched actually looks better than the sketch I had before, so I'm gonna keep it.
That's good.
So I'm just gonna keep this. Let me just erase this baby. And I'm sorry guys, I have not been keeping an eye on the chat. I was like in the zone. So let me go over the chat real quick and say hey to everybody. Oh, Emmeline says hello! Hi! Oh yes, my computer does a ringing noise. Oh, the music's not going off. Let me make sure the music's... That's because the music reached the end of the playlist.
Wait, where are you playing it?
I'm playing a Steven Universe soundtrack instrumental playlist by Desina Pisai. There we go. Music's back up. Yeah, my laptop does this weird ringtone every now and then, where it's just like it'll just ring. It's really weird. Like when it does it, I'll be like, hey, that's the sound. But yeah.
Oh my freaking god, Jesus Christ!
So is Otaku by nature Emmeline, or are you Austin? Or are you Emmeline, or are you... I'm about to save in just a minute. I just have to reverse this.
God freaking damn it! I got killed again. I'm getting killed by a dinosaur.
There we go.
I almost said why. I thought it was Back to the Future. And I was like, wait, time travel.
That's the thing though, I'm in the future, and there's this dinosaur type creature.
Alright, that raises a question now.
I'm in a wasteland. A literal wasteland. Find a tree and punch it to collect woods. Huh, where's trees?
Maybe the dinosaurs are trees.
Is that tumbleweed? Oh my god, there's tumbleweed. There's a literal tumbleweed. And it gives you glass. That makes total sense. Tumbleweed gives you glass.
Oh, you got it back.
Alright, the legs I can do like I did last time. So I'm just gonna convert the legs into a layer and put it on each one of these babies.
Narrator narrates.
There we go.
Narrator narrates chat.
Oh, that's your,
Yeah, I need to remove that key because I don't need no narrator in freaking Minecraft.
Maybe you do and you just don't know yet.
How the hell do I get rid of narrator?
It's an option somewhere in your settings. I think it's ease of access.
We are one, assimilate. Open the
Oh,
door,
there
get
it
on the
is.
floor,
I'll
everybody
remove
walk the
the key.
dinosaur.
Fine. I can't exactly change the journey map's bloody key because it's set to Control B. Which just so happens to be narrator. Why would they add a narrator to fucking Minecraft? Why? Oh wait, Microsoft.
Better question, why would they add it to Minecraft as a hotkey?
Yeah, that's a good point. But then again, there is a hotkey for you to change your keyboard layout from US or UK.
I use that a lot.
I don't. I hate it. I wish I could fucking remove it and burn it with fucking a vengeance. I only want the UK fucking keyboard layout, not the American fucking one. Especially when I'm like playing a game and suddenly my freaking keys don't work the way I want them anymore. Whenever I'm typing my email, suddenly my @ key is the wrong fucking key.
Yes, but it's nice when you have to type another language that's not using, like, Roman letters.
It changes between USA to it changes from UK to USA. Literally, I don't need a US keyboard layout on a UK keyboard layout.
I actually, when I send really fancy letters to people, like actual, they're gonna judge me based on how this letter is. I use the UK keyboard because it spells it using the UK definition, and people read that, they go, oh, that's fancy for some reason.
See, on our keyboards, our keys are actually somewhat laid out slightly differently. And some of our keybinds are also different.
Oh, wait, are you talking about, like, language settings or setup?
No, the entire setup.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, the language settings.
And one of the keys on my keyboard in the US layout is not linked as a key, which is \. My \ key in US layout does not work because it becomes none, an unbind key. I wouldn't mind, but it unbinds what the key is, which is \, and then becomes a different key altogether, which becomes the / symbol instead of \. Because for some bizarre reason, games think that whenever it's in, like, for some bizarre reason, games are coded in the US keyboard layout for it just to have that be the \ key. Yet here in the UK, this is what the key is set as in coding language. Literally just said as that.
We're almost done recovering to where we were last time. Goodness gracious.
It's so weird that here in the UK, our keyboard literally has the word / linked to the / key, where in the US it's just the / icon.
Yeah.
Like they do the same thing, but they operate differently. It's so weird.
Alright, we're hitting save. People, we're hitting save.
Yay! Hey, as that one person would say, Pickfurry, don't forget the save.
I'm very disappointed in you right now.
Why?
Was that another reference?
Because you had to quote Eighth Flame, so I'm generally disappointed.
Ah, that's who it was. Potato. I actually forgot who normally says it.
The potato, Grandpa Spudsy.
I was wondering why my face looks so weird. I forgot to put eyebrows on myself when I was drawing. Like, why does this look weird? Has anybody ever looked up any, like, celebrities without eyebrows? Like, where people have photoshopped their eyebrows off?
I heard that. Oh, by the way, guys, I sketched this really cool thing. Oh crap! It's 8:30. Dang. All right, let me take a picture of it. And I shook. So let me take another picture of it. Oh, you know what? It's...
Oh god, I just looked at the chat. Dark Shadow Knight opens the door, gets on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur!
I sang that.
I didn't even know he typed that.
But I sang that when he typed it.
Then someone said, Kalia love me, hey, we all want to assimilate.
We'll assimilate together.
Who the hell said that?
That was me.
Oh.
What? That's me.
I opened up the one of the softwares that I use to draw stuff, and it had the last thing that I was drawing open on it already, and it was the picture of Lyra. I was not expecting that.
Alright, it's sending. It'll be in this chat, by the way. Loading bar is still going.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
even though I don't watch it, I thought it was majestic.
Herb.
Yes.
You just sounded like the Swedish chef.
It's gonna be able to record it all.
Someone just sounded like the Swedish chef.
That is crazy. How is my Geyser able to... It's like, okay, that's cool. Turns out Geyser can record over freaking 10 seconds.
Do what? What is this?
Geyser.
God. Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah, I
Wow,
pay for
great.
Geyser, so I'm using the GIF formatter, and I'm like recording this GIF, which is a really long GIF. Like, literally, holy mother of shit, this is really long. Wow, this is really long, and it's nearly full. Holy crap. Is there gonna be enough time for it to finish?
It's gonna be, you know...
Alright, the sketch is in the chat.
Wow.
Oh my god, yay, sorry.
That is really long.
Sorry, yeah.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I worked really hard on those hands.
I just have like some salad tossing monster hands. Like,
Salad tossing monster hands.
yeah,
Oh,
little Game
goodness.
Grumps reference.
I was expecting the other picture.
Okay, so this is what I'm currently working on.
He 3D mapped the Death Star, by the way.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about that.
What?
Nothing.
The sound that TIE fighters make?
Nova's trying to break me, and so she sent me a funny picture.
How do they make that noise if there's no wind resistance?
So it turns out the GIF file part of it doesn't work properly.
No, the GIF's working. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, it's just very stuttery and going really quick.
That's why, like, I wish, like, a good person would, like, make a TIE fighter. Like,
That
in
one's
Star
crapped.
That's because it's an MP4.
it's a sad.
But yeah,
Sad.
so yeah, it turns out I can record 1-minute GIF files with Gaizo because I pay.
Ew.
Pay for Gaizo and get 1-minute clips. This is not a plug. I don't get paid by this. Gaizo, hit me up.
Guys, oh, I.
In their GIF, they're gonna put the title as a watermark.
You know what'd be funny is if like I got an email from Gaizo saying that they want to sponsor me, because seriously, I'll freaking sponsor the crap out of Gaizo. I absolutely love using it.
It just says, please stop.
It just crashed again.
No!
You save?
Yeah, I saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Well, I gotta go.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of tired, and I just came home from work.
Alright, dude. We'll see you later.
Alright, see ya. Goodbye.
See ya.
Goodbye.
But so yeah, for you guys who are currently here on the stream, I'm currently working on a project for the Doors Free project.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
I think I've
Doors-
seen those.
Now, Doors Free is an animation collaborative effort. God damn it.
Like where Twilight walks through hallways and doors. And...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a collab project.
Yeah.
Creators anyway. Now, I'm planning on making one which is with things I like, including Star Wars. So why not plug some 3D models I made, like the second Death Star?
You have a favorite one?
Death Star. That's my favorite one.
I have far too much time on my hands to make models, I swear to God. And by the way, just for comparisons wise, that Death Star in the background is 1-to-1 scale.
You mean like 1 feet?
No, I mean it's that.
As in, it's the size of the actual Death Star, like 130 kilometers.
That's no moon.
Well, not literally, however big it is. I made it 1-to-1 scale on its large scale, because like people have two numbers for it. Like it can be anywhere between like 100 kilometers to 200 kilometers. So I just made it its biggest size that people think it is. Like, okay, let's give the Death Star the benefit of the doubt and make it the biggest size they make it. Then get a 1-to-1 scale ISD compared to it. For the most part, it looks canonically correct. Like, it does look a little bit weird. Me can't. I'm at one of my older stepbrother's houses. Or should I?
Do you have a favorite sequence from Doors?
Well, I could just shamelessly plug my friend and be like, sure, I like my friend Blue Stream's stuff.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of the names, but there's just one I liked from Brutal Weather. Where
I don't even remember if Blue Stream even did anything for the Doors project. I think he
Um,
might have, I don't know.
there's one
What's
where
the Doors project? Out of curiosity.
It's a pony project for animators, so anyone who's an animator and a brony and wants something to do with Doors, like there was originally Doors 1, which is based upon this other animation, which is an older animation by Stick Figures, which literally basically went from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen, going for doors in the background. The scenery would keep changing, and the characters would somewhat interact with it, constantly going side by side and changing from animator to animator to animator to animator to animator, and you could get anywhere between as little as a second to 10 seconds of footage done. And then when it came to the second project with Doors 2, they then adjusted it, but the door was still always coming in from the left side that they exited on. So you entered from the right side and exited on the left side, but on the second project you could then rotate the camera and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So you could do more for the
Oh,
second
I remember that. I saw that.
Yeah, it's literal stick
Yeah,
figure stuff.
Yeah.
There's a pony version of it. Where we do
I
it.
remember that now.
Where the second one, they open the doors, the floodgates, for everything, including stop motion.
Oh.
Like, you could animate in any software you want to, whether it be SFM, Cinema 4D, like me, i.e. a professional piece of software.
are you
Yes.
are you using your own model for Twilight?
No, I have to rip the model from SFM.
I thought you were gonna say I have to rip the professional studio, and I was like, that just defeats the point of it being professional.
It's like, seriously, that like no one has made a Twilight model that works for Cinema 4D. I have to rip a model of Twilight and then fix it up to work in Cinema 4D. It is so irritating.
I'd say I don't remember them all, but I'd say my favorite is from this 2D animator called Brutal Weather, where Twilight sees her old self from episode 1 through bushes, and she tears up, and
You mean younger self?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd tear up too if I saw my nerd self as a child.
Like,
I just thought it was well animated, and it was
yeah,
cute.
it's basically this really cool animation where Twilight Sparkles from the current series goes in through this door, and then she sees herself from season 1, essentially. Like, I'll be honest, that was actually a really cool scene, and I really wish that happened in the series, where Twilight, like, sees a younger self. That'd be, like, just so, like, awesome, like, just as a hint type thing. It's like, see where you've come.
I mean, she sort of did.
Yeah, you sort of did from that one Celestia
week.
episode, but...
No, from a week's difference, so...
But you gotta remember, I've not seen any episode from season 8, so no spoilers.
No, I was talking about the future episode where she comes in from a week. So.
But anyway, I just put a render of the image that I'm doing. Like, that's the current render of it with how the Death Star is and the stuff.
How long is the render?
Or there's just one animator.
Well, currently it's 600 frames long, running at 60 FPS.
No, I mean, like, how long is the render time?
Oh, for me it takes around about, whenever I'm rendering it at 1080p per frame, around about 4 seconds tops.
That's not bad at all.
And be aware, this software only uses your CPU, you can't use GPU to render.
Oh, that's stupid.
But it wouldn't matter, even if you could, it would look the exact same. Like,
Yeah,
there is
but-
no quality difference between the two.
The GPU is just, there's usually a lot more.
No, because
Oh,
unlike...
sorry, no, wrong math. Wrong
Yeah,
computer.
wrong math. See, a GPU has more cores versus a CPU. However, a GPU is considered one core versus multi-cores like a CPU, where a GPU has multiple cores that work together to do the same mathematical algorithm, where CPU has multiple cores that can do multiple different types of things simultaneously.
I just put it on my GPU so I can use the CPU to do something else.
I wouldn't recommend that for the most part, because if you had your GPU doing the full 100% render, it would actually lag your PC,
Love you.
because that's your primary processor that does everything.
I haven't looked my stuff, so she put that. Because it's
So- Yeah, like,
Oh.
GPU rendering is nice and all, but if you're trying to watch videos on the same PC, yeah, don't even bother, because it will lag the videos.
You see, the little thing was rocking in your chair, and she was doing her legs. She
There
slammed down on
is
was
way
hit with her
around it.
foot, and I was like,
Now, if you have a newer motherboard like myself, you can go into the BIOS and enable this specialized mode to where it'll actually enable your Intel integrated GPU, or if it's an AMD platform, the integrated AMD GPU, and you can use the integrated graphics to only render videos and encode videos. Super handy if you're doing GPU rendering, because you can use your built-in GPU to still watch videos really quickly, and it won't lag.
I usually just render images though. I'm not really like for backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, rendering images is one thing, but what software do you normally use to render stuff?
I don't use it too much because I usually end up drawing over it, so I just use Blender or something simple.
Something simple, and you use a really hard 3D software called Blender.
I've been doing it for a long time.
I just had to slow clap there because everybody who says Blender
Blender is not
easy and
simple. It's just for what I use it for. It's I need a square here. Put the square there. Click the button. You are done.
Oh, I was gonna say, because it's like simple software. You're talking to a guy who can build a Death Star in the software he's using.
I could build a Death Star in Blender. I just don't want to. That would take forever.
That's actually the funny thing. I can do super complex 3D models with the software that I have, but if I tried doing it in Blender, it would crash. Because Blender can't handle the type of models I normally make.
Yeah, because you made them 1-to-1 though.
Right, basically all the machine stuff.
But Blender and 1-to-1 scale models don't mix too well. And a lot of people will claim, oh, Blender can do this and that if you install these plugins and stuff. It's like, yeah, dude, you need plugins for it to work. The base software doesn't work. Where I can just buy this software, have no hassle of installing any plugins, just buy a software, install it, or even just pirate it, and I can just do stuff without having to look up certain plugins, make sure I get them up to date, and update them whenever the freaking software decides to update. I just have a program that works.
There is a plugin in Blender that I absolutely love though, and it's just you click a button and it randomly generates an entire city. And there you go. There you go, city. Huh, that is very useful. There's another one for mountain ranges too. I was like, oh, that's nice. And it just mathematically does it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind one for terrain generation.
Mm-hmm.
But,
it's really good too. It'll also make boulders and rocks and stuff and randomly put them in.
But for the most part, like, whenever I'm dealing with most of my stuff, Blender just can't handle it. I am seriously really bad when it comes to 3D because I have very heavy 3D models. It's a problem because I want to make games. All the 3D models I make won't run in a game engine. Unless you have a Titan XP, then maybe.
I tried to make a video game in Blender once. That was terrible.
But essentially, like, the video game, like, graphics-wise that I would make, you literally would need the best of the best hardware to even run the game at 60 FPS. And that's on low. Wait, what's low? I wouldn't even have settings. I would just have one setting because I don't even know how to set up those type of options. Because I don't use level of detail in my models. They're just one detail max.
Oh my god, no. Command Z, Command Z! I was trying to merge two layers, but it flattened the whole thing.
Oh gosh.
Alright, let's try that again. Combine selected layers. There we go. Let's save real quick. Oh, buddy.
But anyway, Kat, if you look at the screenshot, what do you think of the entire perspective and everything?
Makes sense.
And those black borders have to be there in order for it to be submittable. Hence why it's very thin.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Like, I do plan on adding more ships, it's just that I really can't right now because otherwise my software will just die.
Won't we all?
Yeah. The downsides of having lots of models on your software at one time, your 3D program will lag the fuck out. But besides, whenever well, like, it's funny, the amount of models that I could have on this software, when it starts to lag, Blender would already crashed. It's like, yeah, when this software starts to lag, Blender would already crash. There's at least one satisfaction I get a feel out of it. And that's what it is. Precisely, you get what you pay for. A free and crashy software.
Let me draw that whole thing. Here we go. Alright. So she has a little thing right here, little thing right here, and that thing right here. There we go.
No, I will admit, it does look very strange looking at this entire thing from like a top-down perspective or another perspectives, because I'm using a massive sized sphere with a texture to create a skybox.
So you're using a spherical skybox?
Yeah. Like, what? Like the skybox is huge. Like, because the software only works in centimeters, this is how big it is spherical.
I gotta step out now.
Oh, okay.
I got a morning shift, so.
Alright, man.
To all you out there, this is the Kineso Dragons, and go be a master.
So really quick, because I've been thinking this, why did you pick the Cutie Mark Crusaders? Just, is there a reason, or is it just cause?
Because there's 3 of them. So it was perfect. I'm surprised no one's done it yet. Because I haven't seen it been done.
Oh, son of a gun.
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick bathroom break. So you guys... Please don't tell me you... Oh, no, man.
What?
My computer's doing the thing where the window opens outside the monitor. And it just did it to OBS, so I can't mute my mic or do the BRB screen without closing OBS.
But, so, Kat.
Yes.
What measurement would you like me to give you the skybox sphere in?
Cubits.
Alright. I'm just gonna go... Sorry if there's no BRB screen. Tell them I'm BRB.
I don't think I can convert the qubits.
Cubit is 18.5 inches.
Would you like me to convert it to inches for you?
Feet.
Oh, you want it in feet? Okay. Here is the skybox sphere in feet. Big enough for you?
Oh, I didn't see the point halfway through that. I was about to say, I was like, why is it bigger than centimeter?
It's 35 million feet!
That's a lot of qubits. That's like 34 million qubits.
Like, it's actually weird because it's actually so big. When you're up close to it, you get the same effect as planet Earth, is it looks flat.
Yep.
That's the funny thing. It's so big when you're up close to it, it looks flat. So to everybody who believes the Earth is flat, nope, I can prove it that it is spherical with the singular image.
But well, never mind. I was gonna say on a round computer screen, but I forgot. Computer screens aren't round anymore.
Well, I mean, I do have one, which is a CRT. I still have a round one. I still have a
used to
CRT.
seeing them like that. Like I still have it. Like I'll walk and be like, I'm gonna go on the computer. Oh yeah, it's flat.
Yeah, I actually have one, like, I actually still have an old, like, one of the old high-end CRT monitors of back in the day, which supported, like, you know, HD, like, type resolution.
I'm surprised I don't, because I've got a TI 99 4A computer, which was the first 16-bit computer.
But yeah, it's the CRT supports 32-bit color depth.
That's actually quite good for that time. That was,
or is it 28-bit? Basically, it supports the current, like, you know, bit depth for color, which is actually really good. Like, considering it's a CRT.
yes.
Produce color mode. Why can't I select that? Oh, because it's not a game. No, wait, no, yeah, it needs to be an EXE. Durr. If you want to reduce the colored bit depth, then you need to do it on the EXE file. Because, yeah, you got 8-bit, 16-bit, then 28-bit. And I believe there's 32-bit color depth, but I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I mean, there's one way to find out. Use the NVIDIA control panel, because it'll tell me what the current bit rate is of my color depth.
Yeah.
Change resolution. (32-bit).
32 bits.
Yeah, because I've had that CRT plugged into the 32-bit side of it, and it does work with 32-bit color depth perfectly fine, no problem. Which is weird for a CRT.
Yeah.
That has 1 millisecond response
I'm back.
and supports a resolution that's higher than 1920 by 1080p. Obviously doesn't support 16 by 9 aspect ratio, but it, you know, you could fit a full 1080p video within it. Which is also super creepy.
Have you seen those VHS, the HD VHS tapes?
Yeah.
Those are kind of creepy because there's like 1920 by 1080p, very crystal clear video of like New York in like '89, and it's like it's weird because you see all like the styles and stuff from it, not from a camera taken of that time. It's like it's weird to me. Because when I think, you know, 80s style, my brain's just always thinking of it from like a movie, so it's got like that film grain over it and stuff.
Yeah, that there is that. Like whenever you think of the 80s, you always think of something with like either having that like really bizarre 80s stylized type thing to it, or with that film grain over it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have it, and so it's just like, this is weird to me. My brain actually doesn't want to believe it.
It's like, is this really the 1980s, or did someone invent a time machine and go back with like an iPhone?
Right.
So, what have you guys been talking about while I was gone?
We've been talking about you behind your back.
We've been talking a bit about this, a bit about that, how cute and adorable my lovely girlfriend is.
My brain dead.
Nova's brain.
My brain dead. My brain dying.
Me brain dead.
But, you know,
Me was a kid.
it's not really hard to kill Nova's brain.
Oh, I know. I've made a sport out of it.
I mean, either you're calling me stupid or you could easily make me laugh. Cat,
No,
I've
come up with like a 10-step program on how to make you just kind of like shut down.
I mean, you could do the puzzle you did the other day. Apparently, that makes my brain shut down.
Spent 25 minutes trying to walk through a door.
It's not even. My brain wasn't on that day, so it was over from the beginning. You would think someone else would have caught on to it since they're kind of chatty, but.
Huh.
So Nova, what are you doing right now?
I was staring into space for a second while I was hearing about VHS tapes, but I am on a thing called Flights Rising.
What is that?
Oh, it's a really cool dragon website. You can have your own dragon lair, and you can breed dragons together to get more dragons with cool species traits and stuff like that.
Jeez.
I haven't checked mine in forever.
Hers are dead, I'm sure of it. They starved long ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
I feel like I would join only to try to make a dragon cat thing.
Oh, I did the curl the wrong
I
way.
don't think that's possible, but they have pets that can be cats. So I think
Yeah.
so. You can try and look that up.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there used to be a pick fairy.
Is there not anymore?
Apparently not. Apparently she perished.
And then she married a Borg's pony.
Wargs!
Mazel tov.
Oh,
Mazel
Mazel
tov.
whoa,
Your
guys!
fiancé.
Meh.
Oh no.
Hey, what would you rather have me say, pick fairy? Cutie pie.
Something else.
Our relationship is over. I'm running away with Cat.
I'm running with a cat.
I mean, they just be like, you can't have him. He's mine.
I'm just.
And then, like, a week later, you get him back in the mail. It's returned to sender, stamped on his forehead.
That's great.
I did have a very scary moment. I sent a bill out in the mail, and like 2 days before the bill was due, it came back. It said return to sender, and I was like, why?
Why have you done this to me?
It's like, you literally are gonna make me be haunted by a collector's agency, but whatever. It's, you know.
Haunted by the collections.
I was like, why? I got it from the mail guy. I was like, why was it returned to sender? They're like, the address was wrong. I was like, it's a hospital. It says this hospital. This is the address of the hospital. I'm like, I don't know. It just came back. I was like, okay.
It's a hospital, sir.
I didn't put the hospital, but I put like it was the address for it. I actually
Any
walked in, I was
hospital.
like-
Let's get on.
I walked into the hospital. I was like, this came back to me, and this really needs to go to you. And they're like, okay. Why did it come back to you? I was like, I don't know. You were the ones who sent it back.
You tell me.
I'm almost done drawing what I'm drawing.
Hey.
Uh-oh. Dragon sent me a thing. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Wait, what did you just say?
Look what you done!
I just said I didn't see that one. She just sends me a ton of pictures.
They're funny.
I like that keyboard one.
Yes, when in doubt.
Do you guys like Apple Loom's kitty face, or should I change the expression?
Well, I mean, you know what my answer's gonna be.
Do I?
Yeah, it's really plain. You'd be keep the cat face.
No, I was gonna say it's kind of insensitive. You're insulting.
Never mind.
No.
That's great.
It's insensitive to my cat kind.
But there we are. There's a screenshot of the massive skybox from above.
A 3-leaf clover. Oh.
It looks like one of those brain scans that you have.
Actually,
A cat scan. Yeah.
You know, I actually had to sit through a CAT scan.
Yeah, I've had a CAT scan before. Not
It was while I was in the hospital in December.
I got a ultrasounds before, and there's like this cutoff period which I wasn't aware of, where they're like the small talk just stops, and you just kind of sit there. And I was still trying to make small talk because I was nervous and nobody was saying anything, and so I just kind of was like, I look like an idiot.
What did you have to get an ultrasound for, Kai?
It's a long story, but I thought I had cancer for a while, and so I had to go and get checked. I don't.
Well, that's a
but
good
it
thing.
was- I do remember like panicking and it just out of reflex, I ended up saying, "So do you come here often?" She just kind of looked at me like, "Yes, I do." Like,
So, doctor, do you come here often to the hospital?
And like, meanwhile, I'm looking at the certificate on the wall with her name on it.
Oh my god.
Aha, yeah, I got the backface.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I've never had any of those.
So there's the image with the Death Star and that inside of the massive sphere, because I managed to backface cull the sphere. Just don't worry about the very bottom of it, because it's so far away from the camera, it de-renders it. It's literally that big, it de-renders on a render.
Oh, Applejack is here, by the way.
Oh, he is? Did he come while I was BRB?
I have no idea. I just looked back and saw it after.
Hey, Applejack.
But,
Do you like my see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil? CMC style?
She's pretty happy to not be here evil. Of course, actually, that makes sense.
This is an idea I had when I first joined the fandom, and I wanted to make a bunch of friends and shit. Like, I had a list of, like, all the stuff that I wanted to draw, and I put that list on my journal, and was like, here's my to-do list of all the things I'm gonna draw. Didn't even finish the list, because the list was way too long. It had unexpected, it had, not unexpected, it had unrealistic expectations, is what I was trying to say. It was like in a world where Pick Fairy does art, like, 2 times a day, and I'm like, Pick Fairy isn't on that schedule yet. She's trying to be, though.
So, honey.
Yes?
I've had the 3 types of scans that hospital offer.
Okay.
What's the third?
Well, see, you have ultrasound, CAT scan, then they have another one which uses a similar technology to a CAT scan.
Is it radiology?
Which, I don't know what it's called. It's a big ring, though.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the one where it scans the
MRI.
whole. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've had an MRI. I've also had X-rays as well.
I've had none of those.
Oh, dude, I need tails. We need to do
But-
tails.
Yeah, it was very weird getting an ultrasound, considering that, you know, there's me. Yeah, I've had an MRI before. But believe me, the machine's very scary and very noisy. I don't like being put inside of a magnet. I hate being put inside of a magnet. I'm like worried that I got some piece of metal on me that's just about to pop out my pocket and go fling.
That would be the case where they'd be like, "Hey, do you have any do you have a metal implant in your head?" And my brain would be like, "Don't say no because you don't know."
Don't say no, because
Like,
you
I
don't
would get
know.
paranoid over something that I obviously don't have.
Like, yeah, that's what I get paranoid. I was like,
I don't know. Is my
is it
leg
gonna-
robotic? I don't know.
Is he gonna rip my bones out my body?
Most likely, yeah.
But yeah, I had to have a CAT scan, MRI, and ultrasound, as well as an X-ray for several types of things. I've had my hand X-rayed before because the school suspected I managed to break my fingers from my fingers getting trapped inside of the door because this person slammed the door in my hand. But no, my fingers are fine; they just swelled up. The next time I had an X-ray, it was to do with my teeth because they decided to X-ray my teeth to see how they were in an X-ray, as you do. Was perfectly fine. Then the ultrasound was when I split my spleen.
Oh gosh. That's,
Yeah, you know, just go for a regular ultrasound, like, you know, then go back to your bed, then getting rushed into, you know, critical care.
I do remember there was one time where I was so sick I couldn't eat anything, and the nurse looked at me at one point, and I had to go and get, I don't remember, it was an ultrasound of some sort, but the nurse looked at me and goes, "Okay, do you want to walk to the ultrasound room, or do you want the wheelchair?" And I remember just looking at the nurse. I was like, "Yes, I want the wheelchair. I never get the chance to actually use a wheelchair."
You know what's the weird part? When I had to go to the ultrasound, because basically I got to the hospital and it was really late, so I was put into the children's ward, and I was just put on an IV drip. The next day, I couldn't walk, I couldn't feel my legs, and I couldn't feel my right arm, so I had to be literally assisted into a wheelchair because I couldn't stand. I could not feel my legs.
I mean, if I stood up, I would probably pass out at that time. So they're like, "Do you want to walk?" I was like, "Or do you want this wheelchair that is right here in front of you?" And I was like, "Yes."
I had to be put
Yeah.
into a wheelchair, which is very weird. Like
I forgot how to draw one of my OCs.
being wheeled upon on a wheelchair by your own mother is kind of strange.
Very
But-
slightly upset with me because I haven't been to the hospital ever since I was a child.
But yeah, I got wheelchair into the, obviously, you know, the ultrasound room. Then I got wheelchair back to the children's ward. Then about less than an hour, you know, these people come out with this bed. I get put onto a bed. These big beefy people pushing me into a lift and getting rushed up to the critical care ward
Not
and
the
being hooked
beefy
up to them.
people.
And it was like literally, like they were rushing me into critical care. Like there's me, like suddenly going from like 0 to like 20 miles per hour to critical care, being hot wired up to this massive computer. It's like, okay, what's wrong with me?
I think this is a thing that's happening.
It's like, you know, being rushed into a section where they have cancer patients. I'm thinking, okay, doc, what's wrong with me? And then having, like, you know, 5 doctors coming up to you saying, it's like, yeah, you've split your spleen.
Oh, yeah, but that's bad though. You could
And only
die.
they gave me 2 options. Well, okay, 4 of them gave me 1 option. Then the 5th one gave me 2 options. The other 4 were hesitant to do the second option, but they went with it anyway. Which was basically, don't do anything with me and just leave me. Don't do surgery. Just let the spleen heal on its own.
And don't get hit. Whatever you do, don't get hit.
Believe me, I couldn't walk. It didn't matter.
The spleen, though, there's what it is it's hooked up right up to a main artery, and it's got so much blood flow that goes to it. If you rupture it, you can just bleed out without, like,
Yeah.
internally.
I ruptured mine in two.
Ow.
From a brick wall. At school.
How?
It was a freak accident.
Yeah, did the brick wall punch you?
No, essentially, so this is how it happened. I got outside and realized I left something inside, so I had to go back inside, and there were people running out. And I basically essentially got nudged pretty hard from the people running out. My elbow hits the brick wall and comes slamming back into the bottom part of my rib cage.
Oh, that's how you did it. Ow. I was hit with a sword in the spleen once, and it didn't hurt, but the pain didn't go away. It was like the little bit of pain there was, it was just like,
But the thing is this, though. It ruptured my spleen, I didn't feel anything. It got to when I had art class, which was the last class, and I said to my teacher, hey, I'm in pain. So I went to the front office, and he's like, yeah, I got some pain around here. And they asked, well, it could be gas.
Well, it can be.
It's like, yeah, it could be gas. Oh, okay. Gets home, has something to eat, and instantaneous pain, goes downstairs, telling mum that I've got pain. She goes to the shop to get painkillers because ours had gone out of, well, not painkillers, antibiotics, because ours had gone out of date when she got home. Oh, it's the same color as paper. Plain paper. So she took me to the hospital.
I can't draw my own OC from this specific.
But
Pretty
yeah.
sure I have a crack in my skull.
But I spent over 1 week in a hospital strapped to a bed. Well, I wasn't literally strapped, I just couldn't move. I couldn't feel my legs.
You tried to bite the nurse and they just tied you down.
I mean, it was really funny though. I couldn't feel my legs or move, so it was like, oh, there's just me lying in a bed with a TV in a side ward, so I could watch anything I wanted to the entire time. And then there's my sister who comes into the hospital with a present for me. Just so happens to be a skateboard. It's like, wow, I can't walk.
It's
And
bad.
Her just spleens bad, so here's a skateboard. Oh, thanks.
I remember to use
what I
this when I'm
need.
dead.
Just
Bury me with my board.
Just what I need. A flaming skull skateboard, which looks badass and awesome, with legs that I can't use because I can't feel my legs.
I'm just imagining it says skate or die on it. And you're like, yeah, I might actually.
It's like, it doesn't have anything like that on it. It's just this really cool artistic skateboard that I've never used and don't plan to really use because it looks far too nice, because it looks like an art piece. It really does, and I don't want to ruin the wheels on it. Now, I have ridden it slightly before and had a friend ride it, and it's really nice to ride, so the wheels have got some stones on it for the most part. But for the most part, the wheels are still in pretty good condition.
I've never met anybody who's been like, this is a nice skateboard, I will not ride this.
Yeah, it's too nice because I don't want to break it. I wouldn't mind if it was just a shitty black skateboard, but it's got literal art on it.
Yeah. Yes. I used to make skateboards for people.
It's like
Just joy.
Who?
Is
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
there's no fence on this fence, so it's just join us. I gave him that name.
Yeah, you can
Where
join.
did it come from? I wanted to know
Craig.
the story for that.
It's Borderlands 2. He plays the Psycho, and it's one of his lines, so I named him that because we play it together. Oh, he heard anyway. I don't have to type. Oh.
Hello.
Hey, Diz. I can't add your image to OBS because my OBS window is not opening.
That's fine, but I sensed people were talking about me.
No, we wasn't talking
What?
about
Are
you.
there
We
people
were just
listening to us?
talking about you.
How dare they listen? How dare they listen in on our conversation?
Dude, this...
Oh yeah, it's live.
Also, Pick, did you save yet?
No, I haven't saved. Let me save.
Yes. We should play Borderlands 2 again at one point. Bluey's not a very good Borderlands partner.
I
I died 8 times because
I
No,
just bought Borderlands 2 on the PC. So.
I saw that.
I've got Borderlands 2 on PC. And 1. And the pre-sequel.
I have the pre-sequel. I don't have 1.
Well, as long as they're in Ivory.
I also got all the DLC for both of them. And all the add-on packs. I just got it all. They were on sale.
I enjoy being a mech romance.
Like, it was so weird. All the DLC were on sale and was cheaper than the season pass. So I just brought all the DLC instead of the season
Yeah,
pass.
Borderlands 2 went on sale for like $2.
I think that's how I got it.
Son of a bitch! I didn't get it then. But hey, I brought it in a pack, so I got Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel.
I
And
got
a
the
bunch of
pre-sequel
DLC
for free.
You know, that's the weird part. See, I brought the pre-sequel, then I got Twitch Prime, then Twitch Prime,
yeah,
then
that's how
Twitch
I
Prime
did it.
gave me freaking Borderlands 2 Tales. Like, oh wow! So I just got a game that I own for free,
Witchcraft.
and now I have so many games because Twitch literally every month just gives me games. And an advantage of having Twitch Prime is because I only get it because I have Amazon Prime.
Exactly, and I have Amazon Prime Student because they still think I'm in school for some reason.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime like games?
Yeah, if you have Amazon
yeah.
Prime, you can get Twitch Prime for free.
Because Amazon own Twitch.
I
Wait,
didn't know they
seriously?
owned it. I thought they just had a. I just thought they were partnered.
Nope, Amazon brought Twitch TV.
Well,
That's
I-
why your Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime link together now.
I never knew that. I'm about ready to get Amazon Prime again, if I can afford it.
No, here's the thing. If you're paying for Twitch Prime, then you get Amazon Prime. If you're paying for Amazon Prime, then you just get Twitch Prime for free as well.
And if you're in school, you can get Amazon Prime for free.
Yeah, you know what's the weird part? I have a student pass, which is still valid, so I could technically get it for free, but
No, you
my
just
student
check
pass is...
You just check a box. Like I don't
But-
think it validates anything.
Like,
put it
but
in.
yeah, it's the problem though, because my student thing is almost out of date, I'm not going to, so until I start going back to college again, I'm not gonna bother the whole getting it for free.
See, mine doesn't expire because my school is a different kind of school.
And what's that?
Is it a school for witches and wizards?
It's a technical college. It does expire because there's like, no, you'll be out of here in a year. There's no point of it expiring.
Your student pass would expire though.
I mean, they don't, like, you're there for like, some people are there for like 2 months and some people are there for like 2 years. I think there's one course that's a 3-year course.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the college I went to for like at least 4 or 5 years, and my student account is fully active still. I don't think they're going to get rid of it, and I think if I ever go back to it, I just get the same crap.
I think.
But it is cool, because, you know, I can get all these lovely games for absolutely free.
What'll help our students that are in college and struggling with distraction? I know, free video games.
Yeah.
Yes, especially in America, considering like there was a study that the students that are in college right now actually don't learn a damn thing.
I learned a lot in college because I went to a technical college.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking like community college, the ones that like are $400,000 to $500,000 a year. They did a study of, I saw on the news just last week, that they surveyed over 1,000 students, and they all said the same thing, that they retained some, that they didn't learn anything, they retained it long enough they had to.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like either our colleges are getting worse or our high schools are getting better, and the colleges aren't changing.
No,
you know,
school
sometimes
education in America is just getting worse.
It's not
No, it's
getting worse. It's just not updating.
It's not updating, but the prices are skyrocketing.
And also, like, they're also planning on lowering the scores for passing tests.
I never understood why people go, so many people are failing out. What do we do? Oh, make it easier to pass. It's like, no, just teach them better. It's your job.
It's like people are failing. Lots of people are failing. Oh, I know. Let's lower the score so they can get more passes.
It's like pretty simple. Well, yeah, it's like I don't like that idea.
It's like, wow.
There's
Hang on, guys. Nova was trying to say something.
Oops.
Don't talk over each other. Go ahead, Nova.
No, I was just going to talk about the school. The school me and Pig went to took out most of our extra stuff, our life lesson things like shop class and all that, and they left cooking, but they took all of the other stuff out in order to focus on education. That really didn't even help the school at all. So we took out life lessons and did math and all that crap instead.
Yeah, they did the same thing in my high school. Like we still have home ecs, like apparently child stuff, like basically some common sense, but like the sex ed, the driver's ed, those are gone because both teachers retired.
We didn't even have driver's ed.
Actually, AJ, this is my focused face. I'm not actually bored. Just when I really focus, I look bored.
You're doing the pose that I'm drawing myself in right now.
Which pose?
The with the hand on the face.
Oh, the hand. I always put my hand on my face. I always do that.
Oh, by the way, guys, I got a new charm for my mic stand.
Cool.
I never been putting charms on the mic stand.
Well, they're not really charms. It's like I have my old Full Metal Alchemist necklace is hanging from my mic stand, and I added a like hanging from my pop filter just for a little bit is a Zenyatta keychain.
Zenyatta. Nasty Zenyatta.
Yes, that's Zenyatta.
For me, I just keep a pair of glasses on top of a Commodore 64.
Cat drives a Miata.
It's funny. I keep Alucard's glasses on a Commodore 64. Because 64.
Nintendo 64.
No, Commodore 64 is older than a Nintendo 64.
You were saying 64, so I just did the closest thing I knew what you were talking. Okay. Jeez.
Okay.
Gotta be a stickler about it. Yeah.
Woo! Well, I wasn't, referring anything you probably seem to know then. I was referring to a really old computer.
I said woo because I was done with something.
I really can't wait until I get my hands on a Commodore 128, because I got a Commodore VIC-20. I got one of the older models.
I thought you were going to say Commodore 1, and I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
No, the Commodore 128. i.e. 128 kilobits.
Yes.
It's funny, the numbers is how much memory it has, other than the VIC-20. Because the Commodore VIC is the chip.
Wait, kilobits? Isn't that not even half a not nowhere near close to even a megabyte?
1 megabyte is 1024 kilobytes.
Yes. How many bits is how about what is a...
The Commodore 64 has only 64 kilobytes.
That's something that I don't like when they say this is megabits. It's like, no, tell me it in megabytes, please. Be a normal person.
You know what's funny? Megabits and megabytes are real calculations, but megabits is internet speed where megabytes is transfer rate.
Yes, but I mean, it's like you can still switch them and measure them with the other thing. Can you please? It's like it's one of those things. It's like 10 megabits and 10 megabytes is a completely different thing.
Yeah, but the problem is this though: internet speed runs in megabits and doesn't run in megabytes, which is
I know.
really bizarre.
It's literally so they could say it's a higher number than it really is.
It sounds like it really bites.
But basically, if you're buying a 100 megabit connection, it sounds like you should get 100 megabytes.
Bytes.
No,
Because the abbreviation
100
megabyte is
megabits.
M capital B, megabits is M lowercase b. I think it was made just to like make it so it's like when they say something is $4.99 instead of $5.
Yep, it's the fuck with people to think that they're getting more when they're not.
Quite less. Open computer. Oh wait, I gotta save it first.
But here in the UK, I know for a fact I can at least get an internet connection that's at least 400 megabits and get 40 plus megabyte download speeds.
Dude, 150 here is a big thing unless you're pushing like optics. It's sad.
Yeah, here in the UK it's possible because there's this company that will sell up to over 100 and will sell to up to 400 megabits speed. But if you, depending on where you live, or if you own a company, or if you live nearby the business areas, it's possible for you to be able to order their business package and get access to their 1.4 terabit connection.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. America's internet is so slow.
Yeah, but could you imagine having a download speed of 1.4 terabits?
I get excited when I have 5 megabits, so not really.
I mean, sorry, not megabits. They actually not megabits.
Oh.
It's actually bytes.
Medication!
Yeah.
Yeah, it is time for meds and time to go to bed. So it's time to end the stream. So everybody, let's take a round of outros and somehow do this.
Jeez.
Alright, so Diz, do you want to do an outro first?
Bye!
Alright, and then Kat?
Oh, bye.
And then Nova?
I'm gonna try and channel the voice I did Rizzo, but it might end up horribly.
Alright.
Thanks for watching, everybody. It was good to have you here. It was kind of like that, wasn't it?
You sounded like a Walt Disney character.
Yeah, you sounded like how Goofy talks, but without the voice.
Alright. And
I
then
don't know
Boards?
why my laugh changes. You keep
Goodbye, everybody. You've escaped my grasp this stream, but next stream.
You will still you will still escape his grasp.
Alright. Thank you everybody for joining the stream. It's been awesome. What?
Yuki Brody just joined.
No! Yuki Brody, I'm sorry! We're ending the stream. Man, he has terrible timing. Alright. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks guys for everything. And we'll see you next time. Now, hopefully